7X method. I was traveling by myself in 2020. I went to Central America to get dentistry done at a biological dentist because it's in the United States. It was like 30 grand to get done what I wanted done. And I was like, that's just a little crazy. So I have friends there's a lot of people in the US moving as expats in Central America. It's a trend here. Can't afford to retire here. So I stayed with my friend and he's like, oh man, you got to meet this guy in town. You guys are always talking about energy. And I was like, you guys would so I meet him and he's a liaison for this quantum medicine program in Guadalajara, Mexico. And they don't really want Americans knowing about this, but there's a little healing center. Yeah, they don't want us to screw it up. There's a little healing center where they're healing people from cancer using food as medicine. Like people go in with all these biomarkers of illness. And, after 30 days or 60 days of this food regimen, they do juicing and it has to do with the sun and the moon, they're better. So there's like 12 books they're transcribed from Spanish to English. And I got through like some of the first one. So I only have the basic timed eating disease prevention protocols, but I started eating that way. And like I said, I had been so sick from that antibiotic. I had tons of food allergies. Like a lot of my food sensitivities went away. I used to be like, I could never fall asleep before midnight unless I had a fever, and I started sleeping at like 10 o'clock and waking up with the sunrise. I used to need 3 alarms to wake up my entire life. So I was like, wow, like my stomach feels better. I can eat more foods that I used to be allergic to. I'm like, there's really something to this. So I started bringing it into my coaching program, and I'd made like a little diet plan, a meal plan, a 7-day reset. People sign on with me and they want to get started right away, but I have to order the labs. The labs have to go to their house. So while they're waiting for that, we jump right in with the 7X method and we start with the eating plan. And they're like, oh my God, I lost a pant size in a week. And so they stay on it and like, oh my God, my carpal tunnel went away. I don't have to go to my chiropractor anymore. Or like, these rashes go away. Like it's the basic principle is there's no such thing as calories. There's no such thing as fat grams. There's no such thing as proteins. There's no such thing as calories. There's no counting. So the energetic qualities of food are based on in mathematics, we call it discrete data instead of continuous data. Continuous data is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? The longer I'm on Earth, the older I am, the more years I am, the bigger I am, the more pounds I weigh, right? It's continuous data and goes in numerical sequence. Well, they based it on discrete data. Discrete data in mathematics means data that can be grouped into sets based on its characteristics. So like an apple, grapes, banana, those are all fruits, right? Tomatoes, carrots, whatever, those are vegetables. Well, I don't know if tomatoes are fruit or a vegetable, but it's debatable. Or like, a pit bull, a poodle, a Rottweiler, those are all dogs. So they've divided food into 7 groups based on this, and it's based on the circadian rhythm of your organs and systems. We have our main circadian rhythm, which is our sleep-wake cycle, where, in response to light, the pineal gland stops making melatonin, and 30 minutes later, your adrenal glands give a big burst of cortisol, so you're on with your day. So that sets the pace for all your other peripheral clocks in your body. The circadian rhythms of your organs and systems are grouped by like systems, and so there's 7 different food groups, 7 groups of organs and systems, and they all want certain foods at certain times of day because it's all based on the energetic frequency of the food and the need of that organ or system.